I just did a live stream in my group, and I was going to change the topic to do a live stream about something else on my personal page. And I decided, screw that, because this message is important. So I want to reach more of you, not just the ones in my soul circle. But if you haven't joined yet, feel free. If you go to facebook.com/groups/yoursoulrevealed, I share more in there on spirituality, on alignment, on inner child healing, on working with the shadow self, and all of that juicy stuff, okay? And soul voice activation, it's another one. So basically, what I want to share today is about energy checks. It's about checking the energy that you are emitting every day, right? Checking the energy that you are giving out in the world, and really taking responsibility for who you're showing up as. Hello, Jim. Hello, Jonah, is that, I think? Steve, hello, everybody. So I'm talking about energy because really I feel there's something bubbling in me. There's something not quite in my awareness yet, but really about how the energy that we emit is really so important in manifesting what we want in life. And not only is it about us manifesting in life. Hello, Marcus. Hello. It's not only just about manifesting. I'm not talking about trying to manifest 1 million or manifest the love of your life. But I mean, it can be that maybe. But I'm talking about how it affects your everyday decisions, how it affects your everyday interactions, how it affects your everyday emotions. Energy is so important. And the reason I'm going on about energy is because the thoughts that we think and the wounds that we have and the emotions that we create and the belief systems that we are indoctrined with are all creating energy. We're energetic beings. If you look at us as children, we come into the world primarily as emotion, right? Emotion is energy. Emotion is creating an energy. So I find it kind of ridiculous that we're then trained to be of the mind, because we're actually emotional, energetic beings. So we need to check what's going on in the mind, what's going on in the body, and help ourselves to be aligned, right? It's not about just becoming a spiritual person who spiritualizes away the emotions in the body. It's about listening to the body, listening to the wisdom there, listening to your inner child, right? Learning to regain trust with the self, and then connecting your mind, like, you know, your soul self is here and your computer that speaks to your human is the mind, right? And the reason this came up is because I've really been looking at how other people affect my energy and the energy that I am willing to have in my inner circle, the energy I'm willing to have in my space. Hi, Vic. I'm talking about the same thing, but I'm adding some more. Hello, Ron. Thanks for joining. So basically, I'm really sensitive to other people's energy. And this is why I do the work that I do, because I would naturally feel people's stuff. I would naturally know things about people that they didn't even have to say. I was always helping people in this way. I didn't even know it was my thing for a long time until some people asked me why I wasn't doing it. And, you know, I realized that actually my overwhelming of other people's emotions, and maybe my own emotions at one point, was actually a gift. But I was saying before in my group that actually there was a time when, you know, I've not always been as clear and balanced as I am now. I wasn't able to hold other people's emotions. In fact, other people's emotions were scary because I could never really tell if the other people, if their emotions was about me or not, or if it was all mixed up. Empaths have this problem. A lot of us overeat to try and protect ourselves. That's what I used to do. Maybe sometimes I still do, but there was like this kind of crunchy feeling. And so I noticed that I still have it, but what happens now is I'm more boundaried. So inside there's something within me that says, that doesn't feel good. It feels of a level that's kind of sticky and stuck and maybe not dark, but it's kind of like that feeling. I just don't like it in my world. It makes me feel heavy. That's the word. It's a heavy feeling. And so I'm really trying to encourage you guys. Hello, Francesco and Connor. Hello. I'm trying to encourage you guys really to check your energy. And the way that you do this is really by looking at, I mean, firstly, it's about really learning about what your conditioning is. And this is what we do in my course, Align. I work with people one-to-one, but I've also been running a 12-week course that we're just finishing this week. And it's been an amazing journey to really help people to understand all the steps that I took in order to really become a more balanced version of me. Because as I said, I wasn't always like this. I was a complete worrywart in the past. Thank you for the love, guys. I was really a worrywart for most of my life. I have a Scorpio moon. I was completely overwhelmed with everything. So now I'm maybe becoming more of my Capricorn self, where I have learned to balance. So we learn about healing the inner child. Regaining trust is really what it is with the self. We learn about family conditioning and how to really strip the layers back of that, all your limiting beliefs about yourself that are holding you back. We learn about body wisdom, about how to really access that, about creating space, about we even touched on vulnerability, even though that wasn't directly in the course. We did talk a lot about vulnerability and why we need to be vulnerable in order to create true connection with ourselves and others. We looked at dreams. Dream work week was awesome. It was a lot of work for me, but it was great. Dreams are a great portal for bringing forth things from your subconscious, messages from your inner child and your soul. And this week we're doing soul voice activation, which for me, it was a completely amazing thing that happened years ago, where I realized that soul journaling gave me access to a wisdom really that I never knew I could generate, I could create. I was in a turbulent time in my life where my energy that I was emitting was not great, right? It was very like, I'm stuck in this position and I wasn't speaking my truth, right? We also do this about speaking your truth. Speaking your truth is one of the pillars of consciousness. You must have that, otherwise everything else doesn't switch on properly. So for me, doing this work on this course has been amazing, because I really want to deliver to you guys every single thing. This is why I decided to do it. Every tool that ever helped me to wake up from my conditioning. I'm sure there's still some layers to go, but everything that I know so far, I really wanted to leave everyone on a line with. So back to checking your energy. So one of the things that you can do to check your energy, which we do in the course, is to really check your thinking, really check the things that you are thinking back in the subconscious that are just floating about every day. I noticed once in an old relationship of mine that there were things that were bubbling about in the back just as I was washing the dishes that I didn't even know I was consciously doing, because I wasn't aware. I was just washing the dishes, and then I heard this thing in my head and I was like, holy crap, that is really toxic and negative and angry and running in the background whilst I walk about washing and cleaning up like nothing's wrong, completely disconnected from this annoyance in me. And so it's things like that, because when that stuff's running in the back of your mind, you can be saying things that you're not even aware of. So some of the things that I'll touch on is saying I can't, right? It can be just as insipid as that, just this little thing going, I can't do that. I can't commit to relationships. I can't trust men. I can't, or I don't believe in myself. I don't think I can do that. I don't like people. Which is something I used to say when I was about 12. I mean, imagine saying that at 12. I'm not a people person. That's what I used to say, because I was an introvert. I didn't know you could be an introvert and you could like people sometimes and you could have time for yourself other times. I just felt like I was expected to like being around people 24/7, and I like to be on my own. Sometimes I would go off on my bike by myself and pack a little packed lunch and go and sit by the canal and eat it and then come back home. So I liked doing that stuff, right? So this is the thing. It's like when we say this stuff, we start to create a persona that is not even really us, right? Hello, Donna, just saw you there. Hello, sweetheart, hope you're well. So we start to create this persona where we say things, right? I can't, I could never be a parent, right? Some of you might have that. I can't be a parent. A friend of mine many years ago said, oh, I can't do that. I could never be a parent. I could never be a mom, blah, 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 blah. When actually, I could totally feel, even before I did any of this work, that was a complete lie. Actually, what she really wanted was to be a parent. And then what came out in our conversation is that she believed she would never be a parent. That was the belief. It wasn't that she wanted to not have children. She wanted to be free. There are some people who don't want children. That's totally fine. But she was saying it and she didn't mean it. And I can feel that stuff. I can feel when you say something and you're not really authentic. I know when that's going on. So the irony is that she then had a baby really shortly after. She also said the same thing about getting married. She had a big thing about getting married, and it really was because she was a tomboy and she didn't want to dress up in dresses and be all pretty and everyone watching her. But she actually did want to get married to her partner. They'd been together for 10 years. So she had blocks around it. But what was coming out of her mouth when she didn't understand that she had blocks was the same stuff over and over and over that put her off having the thing that she really wanted because she believed that she couldn't have it. You can have it. You can have whatever your soul is aligned with. It's what you're omitting that is creating the feedback. Right? And I'll use this analogy again that I keep talking about at the moment because I think is a good one, which is the universal chef. You send your order in, law of attraction, okay? You send your order in, the universal chef makes the order that he believes you want. It has all the flavors of what you really want, but it also has the flavors of whatever is in your subconscious, whatever shit you are carrying, right? It has those flavors, all of them. So you might order a carbonara and it has pieces of poo in there. And the waiter brings your order and he gives you your plate and you get to taste it. You get to really try it and see whether or not it's what you really want. Now, if you're in an aligned place, right, where most of you is online, because I don't know if there's ever a moment when all of you is online. Fear can still have a place in you because actually you need it sometimes. Fear can give you a message about a person who's really not good for you, about a situation that you should not step into. All right, there's no lions chasing you, but it can do that for you. So fear is never going to leave. But most of you can be strong enough and have a soul voice that is parental enough to really know yourself and know what's good for you or not, right? So you might taste this plate of food if you're mostly in alignment, and you might say, well, actually, this is almost perfect, but there's a few things in there that I'm not so keen on, and you can send it back. You can order again. Hello, Lynette. Nice to see you here. So you can do that. And Carl, hello. How you doing, honey? So you are perfectly free to do that. You do not have to eat all the stuff on your plate. You don't have to finish your plates like our parents told us when we were young. You don't have to eat it all. If it's crap, you can send it back. You order something else, right? But the problem is if we are ordering from a place of subconscious programming that we haven't witnessed, we're going to get a plate of food and we're going to start eating from it. And we're going to be like, this tastes like so awful. I try not to swear. I try not to swear all the time. This tastes like shit, right? We can taste it and we say, this tastes like shit. I knew this was going to happen. I knew this guy was going to be an arsehole. I knew this girl was going to like cheat on me. I knew this this career opportunity was going to fall flat. I knew my family were going to hate me because like I make more money than them. Like whatever it is you are thinking subconsciously, you've ordered it. It's here. And now you're eating it and telling yourself, see, this is all there is. When that's not all there is. There's a whole other world of what you can have if you just check what you are emitting energetically, right? Hello, Shahab. Hello, Katrina. Thanks for joining. So Let's check what we are emitting. Firstly, look at what you're thinking in the background. Spend some time every day just looking at how your world is panning out. What's coming back to you, right? What are the things that you are saying on a regular basis? Because if you're saying them on a regular basis, you're thinking them. Now, there are some things that you are thinking that is holding you back. Like I said, in the back of your mind, and you're emitting energy from that place. But if you are also speaking these words out loud, you are fueling the fire. You are basically pouring that into the fire, and you are expanding it and expanding it and expanding it. Stop doing that. Notice what you're saying. When you're saying, I can't, change your frame of reference, change your words, right? You just say, I don't know right now, or I am, how could we make it more positive? I am willing, right? I'm willing to be open to it. I'm opening my frame of reference. I'm allowing myself to be more of myself. I'm aligning, right? Anytime someone asks you something that is scary, you recognize you're in fear, you allow yourself to be there, and you say, instead of saying you can't, which is bullshit, you say, I notice that I feel afraid about that prospect. You know? I'm afraid to step up on stage and speak. I'm afraid to step up on stage and sing. I'm afraid to do a live stream in case I forget what I'm saying. Because I have that, right? There's a little voice in the back of my head that goes, oh, sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes it's there going, you won't know what you're saying next. This isn't even going to make sense. I let it be there, but I don't focus on it. But sometimes it does that. Thank you, Shab. Thank you. Hello, Katie. Thanks for joining. So, yeah, so check what's going on and check what you're saying. Reframe what you're saying. Change it up. Don't keep saying the same thing over and over, and continually feed that into your personality, this mask that you are wearing. Let's go deeper. Let's look at what you're actually doing, what you're actually generating energetically in your life. Stop saying that people don't like you. Oh, people just don't like me, you know? Like there's some people that I know that say, oh, well, some people like me and other people hate me. Well, that's the same for everyone. But don't put that energy out, right? Don't put that energy out of, well, you know, some people aren't going to like me, some people are going to really hate me. Like, stop doing that. Whenever I'm in a situation, I'm like, I believe I'm a likable person, right? Now, I can't make everybody like me. I can't. Some people actually might even be scared of me in a session because I can be quite direct. But I really do it with so much love. So I know they always feel that, right? I know they always feel that. But I know that I'm friendly. I make myself a friendly person. I tell myself that. That's the energy that I want to emit to the world, because I want people to feel safe with me. When you guys come to me to work with me, I want you to feel so safe that you can unveil yourself and reveal the parts of self that are really longing to be healed and longing for your attention and longing to be loved, right? So I have many people say to me, it's so strange I'm telling you this stuff because I never told anyone, and actually I feel like I've known you for years, right? I want you to feel that way. That's the way I feel that I am. That's what I emit. That's the energy that I emit out into the world. And I want you guys to understand that a lot of this is down to what you believe about yourself. A lot of it is down to what you choose. And a lot of it is down to what you say. So I want to leave you with this. Well, two things, right? The first thing is birthdays. Sounds random. We are trained in Western culture. I don't know about Eastern culture, I doubt it, but in the West, we stick some birthday candles on a cake at the point where you are birthing, right? You're rebirthed every year on your birthday. It's like, let's celebrate the fact that you are living, right? Maybe not rebirth, but it's your birthday, basically. And so we are trained to make a wish about something that we want, and we blow out the candles, and then everybody says hooray, but we're also told to make this wish and not tell anyone the wish, because if you tell anyone, it won't happen, right? It won't become real. I really think that that is something that is trained into us to stop us manifesting our true desires. That's not how it works. How it works is, if you get aligned with what you really desire and you then speak it aloud, it has more energy, it has more power, it has more law of attraction happening there. It's the same with if you say something negatively, you're fueling it. You give law of attraction more of that shit. More of that's coming back, right? So that's the first thing. The second thing is, if you haven't worked with me already, I can give you a 30-minute free soul session with me. You can taste test what I do. I can help you with any sticky situation that you might be in, relationship stuff, toxic relationship stuff, conscious relationship stuff, money problems, right? I do a money blocks thing. We could do that. We can do looking at your career. We can do looking at your family life. We can do looking at just the fact that you feel stuck and you're a bit anxious and you know that you're meant for something more, but you just can't find out what it is, right? So we can do that. So get in touch with me and I'll book you in. I have limited places at the moment because I'm kind of busy with the end of the course, with planning the new things that I'm going to have in a line that we start in January. I'll be writing more meditations. I'll be delivering more content. So I'm really looking forward to it. I'm getting quite fired up because I really want, my intention is set for whoever is ready and done with the living in the past, with living their old pattern, with living in their conditioning, and they want to align with their soul and find out where they are meant to go and what is trying to speak through them to find their purpose. And your purpose could literally be just to focus on you for the moment. I don't just mean a mission in life, although that is also possible. But your purpose might just be the next step for you, just clearing out this funky stuff that you are living with. I want to bring people in who are ready to do that. That's what I did for this round. It was people coming into the course who were done with how they were being, done with the repeating patterns that were leaving them alone and miserable, done with the repeating patterns of not having the job that they want, not having the security that they want, not having the relationship that they want. Two of the people on the course are a couple and they came in for that, right? To rebuild their relationship. So it can be for any reason, right? Get in touch with me for any reason and we'll do 30 minutes for free together. Just private message me and let's see what we do, what we can do together, right? Learn a bit about me. So I hope to hear from some of you soon, and I will be back doing more live streams with more juicy stuff. And if you have any questions around me talking about energy or any of the other things I've mentioned, like inner child or soul alignment, then message me and I will do a live stream on it for you. Okay, so just comment below and I will do that. All right, so I will go now and leave you alone to consider what energy you are emitting and the things that you are saying regularly. All right, mwah. I shall see you soon.